not yet. It's not over yet.
I just thought about all the fond memories I have of all the staff and players and the Lambeth community. So that was the first thing that popped in my mind when we pulled in. It was exciting to come back and reflect with the people that shared that journey with you.
Yeah, you've had some good success down there at Ole Miss. What are you looking for this year?
Continue building in year 3. Just staying on course with doing things with our core values.
Do you foresee a day when people talk about the SEC West, Ole Miss is right up there with Alabama and LSU and Auburn and all those guys?
We've certainly closed the gap. We've got to beat them on the field consistently before that happens. But beating LSU last year and beating Texas last year, I think has added us to a lot of the talks. What does that mean in the win-loss column? Nothing. It's just talk and expectations. None of that really means anything. So, but I do know that we've closed the gap.
Yeah, how was your recruiting class this year?
Solid. I'm excited to get them to campus to add some more depth to our team. I felt like we filled a lot of needs that we had.
You recruit in West Tennessee? I mean, you were familiar with all these high schools from your years here. Do you recruit up here?
Absolutely. Tennessee's is so close to us that we're in there strong, particularly from Nashville down to Memphis.
You see anybody you really like coming up?
Well, I can't talk about recruits, so but yeah, there's quite a few in Tennessee for the upcoming class.
Is there anything I hadn't asked you about you wanted your fans here in Jackson to know about?
No, just my family's fondness of this place. We feel like we're still part of it in some ways, and it's because of the way the people treated you here and the dear friends that we made while we were here.
Coach, you had a top 5 class last year, top 20 class this year. Do you ever get to when you get that type of class? Is there a lot of pressure there to develop that talent that you're bringing in, just kind of knowing the competition you're up against?
I don't sense it as pressure. The crazy thing is you can have top 20 classes and be 8th, in your conference. So, it's not like you wonder how much of the gap you're really closing sometimes. So, but I do think one of the things that will separate it is how well you develop the ones you get, and that's what we have to be very, very good at. And time will tell if we're successful at that or not. So, I understand that that's a high priority. I don't sense of pressure to do it because that's kind of what you are as a coach. Your job is to develop them as young men and as players. So I embrace that role.
How long did it take you to get used to events like this when you got to Ole Miss? Because I imagine you didn't have many of them when you were at Lambeth.
No, I had quite a few. I had some in Jonesboro, but everything is it's the same. People are the same. It's just more of them and more people at the events and more events to do.
Yeah.
I mean, these are events what drive our university. This puts us out, at our fan base. We're alumni associations from all over the country and basically all over our region here. It allows us to come out and touch them instead of bringing them to Oxford, which they always have to travel to us. It allows us to travel to them and talk to them about Ole Miss athletics, talk to them about football, women's basketball, men's basketball, talk to them about everything that's going on at our university. We have a lot of great things going on right now, so it's an exciting day for us to be out here and talk about it. Yeah, Bianca's was one of our all-time great players that we've ever had at Ole Miss, and she's done a lot of great things at Ole Miss. I actually coached Bianca in summer basketball when she was growing up.
Really?
And so her and I have been close for a long time, and she had a great year this year. She's going to do great things with her basketball program there. I'm trying to figure out a date next year. Hopefully it works out this year. It couldn't work out on the schedule. I can come up and watch her coach. Her mother and I are still good friends, and so I'm really excited for Bianca and what she's doing with that program, and she's going to do great things there, and it won't be long before she has a state title there. I believe that much ability. I believe that much in her.
How often does she call you, being like, "Hey, what do you think I should do in this situation?" Or anything?
We'll talk. About once a month, and she'll call me about different situations she has to go through, and I told her I'm always there for anything she needs. I'll always be there for her, and she's good about reaching out when she needs help. But look, she's a great coach. She's a great player. She knows a lot more than I do, so I have to call her for advice every now and then in this area because there's a lot of players in this area that don't play summer basketball. They don't get out and travel all over the country in the summer, so they go unknown. There's a lot of diamonds in the rough, like a Heather Butler, that not a lot of people knew about, but they know about her now. And so you're always trying to figure out who that diamond in the rough is. You're always trying to turn over every rock that you can turn over, and to find a player like a Heather Butler. And what a great career she had. at UT Martin and elevating that program and getting them on the national stage. And I know she'll be deeply missed there by them. But if you can ever find a player like that and you can get them for 4 years, you're very lucky. And this is an area of the country that we're always reaching out to every year, trying to figure out, is there a freshman or a sophomore or a junior in this area that we need to get on right now?